What is up, you guys? It's Ham, or Hamid Abdul here. Ham, I'm interchangeable either way. But today we're going to do a bit of Unity, so let's cut the chatter and get right on into it. So this is kind of used building off the basis of Penguin Designs bootleg Super Mario Brothers tutorial, but he never really finished, and some of the physics that he used I'm not really too familiar with and don't want to do. So once you get Unity opened, you're gonna go to new project, name this wherever you want, say, Batman is awesome or whatever. Save this wherever you want, put this on 3D, not 2D, 3D, but I've already set this up. So what we're gonna do, open it up, and you don't really have to have any strong knowledge in just about any area of Unity for this. I do expect you to be able to at least follow what I'm saying, and hopefully, yeah. And if not, hey, I can point you in the direction of so many tutorials that can help you. You just have to put in the work and get familiar with them. So what we're gonna do, so let me show you what the whole entire basis of this tutorial is. We're going to recreate this beauty right here, and I'll leave a link in the description. Basically what we want to do in this first episode, this first part, is going to be, we're going to create some very basic environmental details, get the ground going, get the clouds and maybe a hill or two, get our player, and get the player moving, and setting up the scene pretty much. And that's going to be it. So let's turn off this directional light. We can go ahead and delete that. Main camera here. What we're gonna do, okay, this is way easier when I'm not having to talk to you. We're gonna make 3D objects. I want you to get a cube, and let's put the scale of like X direction 20. Make this like 1's fine, should be fine. Bring that Z to like 0, or wait, here we go. Cone mass, projection, percentage, graphic. Keep this on. Gonna do the second one, orthographic. I might change that later, so just keep note of that. If I do fluff up, I will let you know, and by no means am I like a professional at this. I am a student. I'm just trying to learn. So before we get this situated, let's name this ground so we know what we're doing. Now that our camera is of size, what we're gonna do here is go and move this right along. Try to put this, we can make this a little bit bigger. Let's say this is 20, it takes about 3/4, 23, 25, let's go 25, 25 is good. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you get it. And let's focus on this, bring this down, let's say -4. It kind of hangs, I don't like that. Zoom in a little bit more. That's as close as we're gonna get for now. And yeah, we named this ground already. So we're gonna create, go to your assets, go to create folder. Let's start off by just naming a couple. So we're gonna do prefabs, and then we're gonna go and create another one. Let's name this materials. Yeah, materials, I named that right. Okay, so yeah, let's create the color of the ground. So go to create, go down to material, click this, let's name this ground, keep it simple. Go to the shader, go to unlit, color, keep that, and then we're gonna get some type of dark brownish red vibe thing going on. I'm gonna go more to the lighter side. This is all subjective to you. You can do whatever color you want, but I mean, gonna try to, let's go back and gonna try to get a feel for this. About a mix between burgundy and brown, kind of in a sense. I'm cool with this. If you guys are cool with this, I'm cool with this. Well, even if you're not cool with this, I'm cool with this. I like that. So, okay, let's go here. Let's remove the box collider. We're gonna make this. Gonna add a box collider 2D. I could have just typed in box and 2D and that would have popped up fine, but just yeah. Okay, here we go. And yeah, that's just about everything we're gonna do with ground for now. So we're gonna drag and drop this into the prefabs, and it makes a nice little prefab, and we can go and edit this and size this up later. But right now we're gonna go on to, let's change the background too before we go on to anything else. Kind of getting a feel for, let's say, it's gonna be like kind of bluish. I kind of like that. So there. Oh wait. Crap. What's the second color? What am I doing? Okay. Oh, there we go. Change the clear flags to solid color, then do all that. That way, that helps. So, you can edit this, play around, get a little bit more comfortable with this. Let's make this a little. Wish it was a little. Okay, I'm cool with that. And you can copy these properties with both, and just pause and stop the video and copy them. I'll try to remember to keep them up for a few seconds, but if I don't, you just gotta learn to work around and problem solve what I give you. You're not paying me, so yeah. Enough hustle aside, let's get on to let's start with making the little heels first, and we'll make the bush and another hill and maybe a cloud or two, and then we can go on to the player. But for now, we're gonna work on the bush. So let's create a cube, zoom in on this cube, not that much, scale this about, let's say 3. Oh crap, that's 36. Okay, 3. Let's duplicate this right on top of it. Change that to 2, not 2.0 something. Turn this down to like 1.5. Might be nice if this was 2. Yeah, like 2. Let's duplicate this again. Control D. That's what I'm pressing. And or you could go to right click and duplicate. But let's change this to like 1.5. Or you could do 1. It doesn't matter. I'll do 1.3. Like that. Gonna press Control N. Oh, okay, sorry, that's not right. Control Shift and empty game object, or you can go down to component. No, sorry, game object tab. Go to create empty. Control Shift N. That's what I pressed. We're gonna name this bush. Oh, sorry, I cannot spell. Okay. And this is going to be perfect for what we need it for. I'm going to select the first one, press shift, select the first one, press shift, press the last one, and drag them all in here. And then what we're going to do lastly, and now as you can see, I can move them all together perfectly to what I want to do. So we're going to go to materials again, gonna go to create. Let's say bush. Okay, got it right the first time. Go to unlit, color again, and do the same process, but make this bush. Let's see, it's a darker green than both the pie find the other smaller shrub thing. So we're gonna do kind of a dark green color here. Like this. I'm cool with this, if you guys are cool with this. Like I said, you don't have to use the same exact colors. Oh crap. Sorry about that. Fuck. Okay, let me go back. And that's about good. You can copy these properties if you want. Go with your own color. Do whatever makes you feel happy. I live in a free country. Hopefully you do too. So yeah, take this on and just drag and drop. Oh, open it up. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. It would have been easier if we would have done this beforehand and dragged and drop and just duplicated it, and all the properties would have duplicated alongside of it. But you know, in tutorials we kind of find that you do things a little backwards so you can understand, oh okay, this is how I can save time, this is how I can go about this. So like I said, yeah, if I was doing this on my own, I probably would have done that. Maybe not, I don't know, I'm a weird guy if you haven't been able to tell. So okay, we're gonna keep this bush on -10. Oh wait, well we have to see it. Let's say 1. Or wait, 0. Let's put this on 3D real quick. Okay, let's do bush 1. Okay, yeah, keep that on 1. And as you can see, this is the ground that our player is going to be on, and our bush and every other thing in the environment is going to be in the background, besides the pipes and the enemies and the blocks. But yeah, bush and everything else in the background. So let's go back to 3D, and all I did to do that was press this little button right there, and as you can see, it's shifting. So back to 2D, go over here, put this about right there. It doesn't have to be perfectly next to the game. This is a bootleg version for a reason. Let's do, this is like what, -2. Let's go -3. Oh, my neck, and a little of it's hanging, so let's, okay, I'm good with that. I'm cool. Here, I don't like this. Let's make this like 0.7, 7.7. I feel like it's a little too big. 0.8 is good. First, before we do anything, let's make the freaking prefab. Oh no, this is fine. We're gonna do 0.8. I'm sorry for like backtracking. Like I said, this is your project, so play around and feel for this. You're not gonna get it around the first time. That's just something about game design you'll have to accept. Let's put this back to where it belongs. Click and drag the empty game object that has all the bushes and blocks and everything, and drag in the prefabs folder, and there you are. We have this, and I didn't show you with the ground, but you can just like make an army of bushes if you so choose to. Press Ctrl Z to undo any action unless you're deleting something, and unless it's like script based or like very few occasional things. But with just about anything you do in the scene or editor, you can Ctrl Z, which is, it saves your butt from doing stupid stuff. And yeah, so there we go. Let's make like another, let's make the shrub real quick in the cloud and get started with our game object or our player. So here we go. Dang it, not that. Name this bush, or no, shrub. I was thinking of President Bush, so just there, shrub. Don't be surprised if I spell things wrong. It's not really a strong point of mine, spelling. Oh dang, it's all like all. Okay, 1, 1. Let's put that back. Okay, and then let's go here. Go to materials. Go to create, and we're basically just gonna make the materials. Sorry, create material. Name this shrub. Dang it. hate it because I can't rename these, so it bothers me if I can't name something, I accidentally click it, and yeah, I would like things to be named and organized, so kind of control freak in that sense. Let's go to shrub. Go to shader, unlit, colors, basically same process, not reinventing the wheel here. I'm just gonna rinse and repeat when it comes to doing things like that. And we're gonna make this just a lighter green. Put this over here. I like that. Okay, let's go to shrub. Put this over here somewhere. Make sure the Z is 1 and the Z axis and on the position, row, column, whatever you call it, you people who label things, make sure that's 1. And yeah, then let's move on quickly to make these clouds. Matter of fact, let's duplicate this, well, no, delete the last one. We're gonna just duplicate it once, name this the cloud, change the properties, let's say like 1.5, 1, 1. Let's change the color. Let's go to create material cloud, and literally you will get the drift. Color, same thing, nothing new. And gonna take it on, drag it on the cloud, go to cloud right here, and let's bring this up. Say like right about here. So yeah, go to prefabs, drag both this in and this, duplicate this or drag it into here, whatever one you choose. Either way works. And then put this one like right over here. And yeah. Okay, I kind of goofed up on all these. Here, let's go to, with these you really want to disable the box collider. It doesn't really matter now because they're on a different axis. As far as I think, it doesn't matter. But let's remove these. Remove the box colliders. Everything but the ground. Everything but the ground. Remove the box colliders. Okay. And even if we were, like, it wouldn't work because our player is going to use a box collider 2D and all these still have their 3D box colliders. Okay. Yeah, if you want to go like open that up and let's see. Let's open this up and see if they still have them. And nope, they don't. Usually, anything you do in here correlates with what happens in here. It's not a prefab member as of yet. And say if you were like, I don't know, add a box collider back, you could apply that. And every prefab that you insane shape for now would have the box collider, but we're not doing that. So delete this, and anyway, you would have to do that with everything in that. So yeah, anyway, get the point. Now it's time for the big one. But before we do that, I'm going to make a nice little, another empty game object, and name this bad boy environment. Environment. Spelled that right, I think. Let's reset this to 0, 0, 0. I just like having things in the middle. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what you put it. And we're going to put everything, or you could just simply plus shift. Oh, dang it, that's control. Shift here. Literally everything in there. And if you want it, so now our hierarchy is nice and pretty. So we're going to make a player, which is going to be another 3D object. You can right click this. I didn't show you guys right click this. Go to cube. Or you can go to like game object, 3D object. Whatever works for you. Whatever you're stiffer for. Name this player, of course. And let's give it the tag player. Just while we're at it, we may need it. Not use it. Just depends on what your code, because some of the things you're a little flexible for. Let's this is gonna be our little bootleg Mario, so let's dress him up nice. Let's go to create make a new skin for them. Materials. Before we do anything, I was gonna name him Mario, but this, due to copyright reasons and license fees, we can't do that. Go to color. Let's find a nice little color for him. It's kind of a rustic feel. I like this, like, wannabe vintage red. So yeah, you can copy those settings if you want, or play around and go with what works for you. And we're just gonna literally drag this on here, and yeah. While we're at it, we're going to delete the box glider, and then we're gonna add a box glider 2D. Oh, okay. No, get out of here. That's stupid. I freaking hate this thing. Quit. Okay. Box glider 2D. Oh, didn't even get to delete that because of stupid freaking Google Hangouts. Okay, there we go. Box glider 2D. Now we're going to make a script, and I'm going to be coding in C#. So if you don't know C#, bear with me, or stop this video and like go look at C#. It's not too different if you're used to JavaScript. If you're coding in Bool, what's wrong with you? But yeah, it's C# is more powerful and it's different. But when it comes to syntax and stuff, it's gonna look a little strange, but it's not the end of the world. So you'll be able to follow. And I'll explain everything to you. So I'm gonna press enter. You can name this literally whatever you want. Just make sure your class names, like your main class name, and what you name in here matches all the time, or you're screwed. So yeah, player controller. Gonna open this up. I'm using Visual Studios, by the way. It's really there. You won't need it. If you desire it, I can show you how to do it, and I'll put it at link in the description, or like PM me, or freaking Snapchat me, and I'll be like, hey, okay, this is how you get it. This is how I went about getting it. So yeah, we don't really need a toolbox. So sorry about that. That's from a Visual Basics class. Solution editor. No, not really. Excuse me while I sip on some tea. Delicious. Okay, before we do anything, it's good coding practices to go over what we're gonna be doing in the script. So basically, as of now, what we're gonna want with our player controller is to be able to move left and right, and the ability to jump. So yeah, penguin design, or whatever the guys. Okay, I see what I did wrong. Okay, just totally scratch everything. I like jumped forward. I edit. It's this thing called editing. Effed up. Sorry.